You are now entering the Popcult layer, an unknown zone with doors unlocked. A dimensional trip into a geek sanctuary. Follow me into the occult toy box.
The prophecy didn't say anything about this. When single shines the triple sun, what was sundered and undone shall be whole, the two made one, by Gelfling hand or else by none. Today in the occult toy box, we have the Dark Crystal Landstrider and Gen ReAction figures by Funko and Super 7. This box set was first released at San Diego Comic-Con 2016 as Funko's Summer Convention exclusive. In this toy line, you can collect each figure and connect your very own Dark Crystal. In this first wave, there is Agra, Gen and Landstrider, Ursal the Mystic, Chamberlain, Kira, Garthim with Kira, which is a New York Comic-Con 2016 exclusive. This box set is magnificent. The box art and graphic design stay true to the classic movie and displays perfectly opened and unopened. It truly does have the appearance of a vintage toy that was released back in the 70s and 80s. They captured the box and sculpt of that era of collectibles. Out of all the ReAction toys that have been released, this is by far my favorite. The stylized art and the Kenner style just work insanely well together. It definitely shows potential for future toy releases to films that never had the toy treatment before. On the back of the box, we did see another single release of Gen. If you did want to complete the Dark Crystal display, you would have to get that single carded Gen as well. The only difference I could notice were the legs. This Gen has more of a crotched pose to ride the Landstrider, and the other a straight stance. Let's take a closer in-depth look of Gen. He totally reminds me of the original Star Wars toys, crossed between Yoda and Luke Skywalker. Just like every ReAction toy, he only has 5 points of articulation. All his joints were very stiff when I started to bend them. But after gently bending his legs and arms, they were easily able to pose. For such a miniature action figure, he has outstanding paint and detail. The sculpt really captures Gen's concept and look in the movie. These beloved characters were destined to be ReAction toys, and displaying them with my collectibles work because I think this scale of them is accurate among my other action figures. In my opinion, I wouldn't want a Gen or Kira as tall as my Spider-Man or Batman toys. That's why I love certain ReAction figures because of scale. I think the Gremlins ReAction figures are another perfect in-scale toy. Gen also comes with one other accessory besides the Landstrider. It's his flute that fits perfectly in his right hand. Now let's shine a spotlight on the amazing Landstrider toy that comes included. Gen looks great, but what really makes the toy an exclusive is the included Landstrider. These creatures' design were incredible, and Funko and Super 7 recreated Jim Henson's brilliant mind into a toy. The world of Dark Crystal is magical and special, with creatures and landscapes that are unforgettable. So to own a part of that in a collection is great. The Landstrider's articulation is the same. His head spins and both arms and legs move up and down. it's really hard to notice all the fantastic design and concept of the Landstrider in the movie, because it is only used in a few scenes. But now you can really appreciate this creature's features. With its odd face and elongated legs, it's a really unique toy to have. I have to again applaud the sculpt and paint team. This toy came out superbly. I honestly didn't know if they made Jen to fit on the Landstrider. It wasn't a big deal if he wasn't designed to, but they actually did. He can saddle on the Landstrider just like in the movie, which is so rad. Jen's legs are crouched so he can easily fit on the grooves of the Landstrider's back. He can fall off, but only if moving the Landstrider quickly. Displaying him on it works perfectly though. Can't wait for the rest of the ReAction Dark Crystal toys to come out. I'm interested to see the scale of Chamberlain next to Jen, and the rest of the cast displayed together. I highly recommend picking up this exclusive, and I give this toy 10 out of 10 Dark Crystals. I actually love it a lot. Labyrinth is my favorite Jim Henson movie, but Dark Crystal is a close second.
Jen and the Landstrider took to a new adventure to find the Emerald Forest. It took them almost a full year. Famished and frail, they tested themselves. Finally, Emerald Forest was beyond the horizon and past the many mirages. Jen found Emerald Forest. Sadly, soon after, Jen and the Landstrider were eaten by the great creature named Ginger the Dog Goliath.
It's now time to close and lock up the pop cult layer for today. But subscribe so you can re-enter the pop cult layer for another episode.